Right, we're going to talk about the kettlebell push press. Okay, the push press is basically a half squat into an overhead press. It's a good technique for developing sort of overall body strength and power, and it's a precursor to the jerk, which is a much more technical exercise. I always prefer to get clients to master push press before they do the jerk, because there's a lot more to think about the jerk. There's a lot more timing and technique involved in getting that correct. So the push press, you start off by cleaning the kettlebell into rack position. Okay, so again from the side, you clean the kettlebell up. So with the clean, just a quick recap: keep the arm close to the torso. Don't let the kettlebell swing too high, don't grip too hard. So it's kind of a half swing, and then you put it straight into that rack position, like so. So we've got the kettlebell in our rack position. You're holding it in the full insertion position here. So the kettlebell handle is across the base of your palm. The wrist is in a neutral position. You've got your 1, 2, 3 points of contact. So it's a nice, stable position. You start off with your elbow nestled on the on or near the crest of your pelvis, and your hand is rested against your chest plate, or to, just on the inside of your shoulder, depending on what your anatomy is suggesting here. Okay, so you start off here. So as always, abs are braced, bum is tight, you're leaning back from the knees, keeping a neutral spine position. Now this is important, this position is important, and I'll explain more about it in a moment. So to show you the full exercise, as I say, it's a half squat into overhead press, looks like this. Okay, so the idea is that you're using your legs and your hips to drive the motion. So you come down into that half squat position, you press the floor away through the through your midfoot, keeping your abs braced, really squeeze the bum at the top. The momentum that is driven by the hips to this point starts to bring the kettlebell up. And at this point, you're really bracing the glutes, really bracing the abs to stabilize the lower back. The kettlebell carries up overhead. You lock out, and then you bring the kettlebell straight back down, and then straight back down into your squat, and then you press up again. So the press portion of it, the overhead press, is more momentum than it is grunt strength. Again, from the side, so start in the clean position, squat, press. Now you can do one at a time, nice and slow on the way down, and then as you get used to the mechanics of the movement, you can build the speed up, using your breath and your momentum to drive the exercise forward. So now back to that position I was talking about. From here, rather than bringing the kettlebell down slowly, where you have to, let me rack it down, nice and safe practice always. So rather than bringing it down slowly from overhead and bringing the kettlebell down and around using your arm and your shoulder, the kettlebell stays in this position the whole time. You lean back, the kettlebell hasn't moved. You're manipulating your torso around the kettlebell. So from here, the kettlebell wants to come straight down, but your head's in the way. Yeah? So to bring it straight down, you'd have to move it around, like I said. So to avoid that happening, you lean away from the kettlebell, and then you bring the kettlebell straight down, and it comes down into that rack position, and then you bring the kettlebell down. Let me show you. So you do your push press, when you bring the kettlebell down, bum tight, abs tight, lean back. Kettlebell's here, it comes straight down into that rack position. Okay? Again, from the front, the kettlebell is overhead, lean back, bring the kettlebell down to rack position. From the rack position, bring it down, and you're done. Okay, so that is the single arm kettlebell push press. Ladies,